We are joined by our guest, NBA champion Antoine Walker. Thank you, Antoine. So, you have a documentary that you're working on. You said that it is going to shed light on some of the misconceptions about you. What made you decide that you wanted to share your story? And, you've talked quite a bit, not quite a bit, that's not how I mean it, but you've talked to people about your story and what you went through as far as your finances. Are you going to be opening up other aspects of your life with this documentary?
Well, yeah, obviously, I think it's kind of like a tell-all type of situation, just to let my story out. I think everybody's situation is totally different. But I think the misconception, because at the same time when I was going through my financial hardship, I went through a situation in Vegas where I lost a bunch of money in Vegas, and people thought, oh, he gambled his money away. And it was a very small fraction of the money that I lost, a super small fraction. So I felt really bad about it. I wanted to kind of clear the air. I didn't like the verbiage and the things that were being said about me. And I basically just sat down and was like, you know what, I'm going to just turn my situation into a learning tool for other athletes so they can learn from my mistakes. And that's basically what spearheaded me. And I've been able to be in great situations from Morgan Stanley's Global Sports and Entertainment, giving me an opportunity to be in front of student athletes, and then over the last 3 years to be back in front of my peers has been very therapeutic as well as great for me. So I look at all those things, and I think it just worked out to a situation where my story has been a learning tool for a lot of guys. I think me being open and honest about my situation and the trials and tribulations that I went through, hopefully it's helping a lot of young guys. Hopefully I'm shedding some light to guys that are that are young, that are getting money at 18, 19 years old and become millionaires, and being able to navigate through this whole system of having money at a very young age. So I just didn't like with social media, obviously, in this day and age, people can put all type of things out about you. I just thought it was very important for me to tell my story the right way and the only way, and that's what I've been trying to do over the last 5 or 6 years. And hopefully I've been very helpful to a lot of young guys and young athletes, and I'm going to continue to push and try to do that.
Well, we love to see that. We have a YouTube stream that goes along with the show, and there is a Salam Thompson in the chat. He said, "Shout out to my high school teammate." He's not talking about me, so
That's a good thing. He must have went to Mount Carmel. He must be a caravan.
okay, okay.
He must be a caravan. Yeah, if he said high school teammate, so either that or on the AAU circuit. So I mean, that's good. I mean, I've always had much love from Chicago, so I'm always good to see my Chicagoans still support me.
Okay, we love to hear that. So, I was asking you a little bit about the lifestyle because especially now with social media, I mean, I think you had like MySpace and Facebook probably caught,
Yeah.
you were getting there with Twitter and Instagram, but
I ain't that old. Don't do me like
I
that.
know
I call
I'm
a little
joking. I'm joking.
Instagram.
I don't mean it like that. But when I say that is like you think about what Instagram is right now and TikTok. You think about like
Mhm.
what's the guy from OKC, Josh Giddy. Think that's his
Yes.
name. He just got caught up with some potential, sketch accusations and that nature. And we've seen things where, people have photographed, recorded things that probably shouldn't have made the light of day and have put different athletes in predicaments. John Morant, we could talk about that or things like that.
Uh-huh.
So, how do you talk to them about those type of pressures? Because obviously, like I said, you might have been getting it in on the Facebook or the MySpace, but it's a little different now, no?
Well, I think when you look at, and it's great as you said that about John Morant's situation and things of that nature. I think obviously these guys, young guys, and I think they should have social media training. I think that's something the league should do. When you're in your personal space and you're going out in public and you're enjoying your life, you got to put the phones down. Everything ain't for the public. I mean, you can't stop somebody else from pulling out their phone if you're out in public, but your own self. You see a lot of guys self-conflicting these wounds to themselves. They're videotaping themselves or their friends, people that are supposed to be in their corner that are videotaping them. And I think that's where the problem lies, that we still got to have a personal life. I'm not saying that we're going to always be out doing something negative, but maybe it may be negative to the world, but it's positive to what you like to do in your life. And So I just think we have to put that in perspective as young athletes got to do is stop putting everything on social media. Stop broadcasting everything you do in your life. You don't have to. That's not the way you remember. Ain't nothing wrong with taking a picture. Maybe save
Facts.
a picture back in the day. I wish I had pictures from back in the day when I was out partying. We
And
didn't
do
think
you,
about taking a phone out. We didn't have camera phones in the beginning.
and it
You know
would
what
have
I mean?
been
So it was just,
considered tacky. Can you imagine if you were at a party in 2000 somewhere and a girl busted out her was trying to flick a picture of you on her sidekick? You would be mad. You
oh
wouldn't
yeah,
like.
yeah. You would have never did that. So I just think it comes both ways. I think that's where sometimes it's been a celebrity, and I wouldn't just say NBA players. It's been a celebrity. It's hard to go out sometimes in public because you want to be yourself. You want to enjoy yourself, enjoy whatever venue you're at. But we do have to be smart. Everything is documented now. A lot of people are, your livelihood, kind of requires you to do things the right way and not be in certain situations. So I think we have to, abide by those rules, especially with the NBA. And I feel so bad. And I spoke on Fox TV about Ja Morant's situation. I got robbed at gunpoint. I've been in a situation where I've had some situations in the streets, and I see a situation, and I wish I would have had an opportunity to reach out to him personally and just tell him it's the way you go about doing it. Feel bad for him. This is a young talent, one of the most talented players we got in the NBA that has to miss 50 games, that's lost a bunch of money, that's betrayed a certain way, has lost endorsements, and I'm pretty sure he's not that guy. But when your friends and people around you that supposedly love you want to pull their phones out and videotape you in a vulnerable moment when you're having a good time and you're impaired and you're not 100%, that's not cool. And I'm pretty sure he's, obviously he probably regrets it, but it happens. But those are the type of things we wish that wouldn't happen. But, that's what you got we call them OGs or old guys that have been in the league. You try to help the young guys out to help them understand that because you don't never want to be put in that situation.
Absolutely not.